Welcome back to What If Goku Trained Deku, Part 5. In this part, from last part, we talked about how the USJ got attacked by villains, and everyone got separated, and how Deku came up with a plan to get rid of his villains in the water area with Sue and Mineta. And we talked about how Goku teleported there and defeated Nomu, and the villains escaped. Then we went on to the sports festival, and we left off when Deku was going to fight Todoroki. Let's get into this part. So they came onto stage when Deku came onto the stage and was getting ready to fight Todoroki. Todoroki came onto the stage and was like, are you ready to fight? Deku was like, I'm ready, Todoroki. As soon as President Mike said, start, Todoroki shot out ice, a huge ice wave at Deku first off, summoned out a beam, like a sword beam, sword energy, and just cut the ice in half, cut the big ice that was at him in half, and then jumped on, and then blowed it up with a ki blast, and started running at Todoroki. Todoroki shot more ice at him, and Deku dodged it, and he was wondering why he wasn't using his other side. He kept running at Todoroki. Todoroki started to shoot more ice at him, and he noticed that the ice was slowing down. Deku was like, why is it slowing down so much? I gotta keep on getting at him and run even more. Then he started to fly up. Then he slammed down with a ki blast in his hand, slammed with a blast down. Todoroki dodged, got out of the way, and summoned ice right behind him. It blocked him from getting out of the ring. And then he started shooting ice at Deku again, but Deku dodged and was running, and he was getting even slower. And he was like, it's getting even slower. If he uses fire, he can start this. Then Deku yelled at Todoroki, why are you using your fire side? And Todoroki got mad. I don't want to use his own man's power, and shot big ice at Deku. Then Deku put one hand in the air, and he turned into a disc and yelled, "Destructo disc!" and shot it at the ice, cutting it in half. And Deku lifted up, so he shot up in the air. Yeah, so he didn't hit anyone, and he exploded. And he was saying, use your fire side. And if you don't use your full power, you won't get into the next round. And Todoroki was getting angry at Deku even more. Oh, I disobey his power. Then he was about to. Then ice started to come out really big. It came out really big, and Deku noticed that, and he noticed that he can't do anything to it, so he's powered up to Kaioken ×2, and charged up a ball of power, of ki, and shot it at the blast. He blasted the ice, colliding with it. It exploded, and then wind of ice went everywhere. Everyone was shivering with coldness because of the air cold, and Todoroki was shaking because of all the ice that he summoned out. And Deku yelled, "It's your quirk, Todoroki! Your quirk, not his!" And then Todoroki started to use his. Then Todoroki, with a little fire, came off, and then it came out with like a huge fire arrangement engulfing his entire body, but started on his other side, and all the ice started to melt off. Then he was like, "You want my fire? This is it!" Then shot a huge block of ice at and Deku flown up and charged at Todoroki. Finn yelled out, Kaioken! Times 5! Powering up. Then he charged up his fist. Todoroki started to use his flames. He was about to fire at him. Then Cementos was like, I have to stop this now. And also Midnight was going to try and stop it, but then, as soon as Deku came and collided with Todoroki, before they collided, then Todoroki was by the fire. He was by the fire. Blocks came out. Deku went through them, and Todoroki's fire went through him, and then they collided, and a huge giant blast explosion came out, and it sent a shockwave through everywhere. Everyone was wondering what happened. Todoroki standing up, still in the ring. He was shaking. He was still standing, but barely. Deku was standing there. But he was his arm that he used to punch Todoroki. He was very damaged. It had cuts going all over him, and he was bleeding so much from it. He was like, I can't use this hand, but I can definitely use my other hand. Then Deku, who was like, I only have this one shot. If I miss it, it won't be good. Deku aimed his hand right at him, and pulled it back, and he yelled, and he said, Ka me. Everyone stopped and looked at Deku. Todoroki was surprised that he can still do all that after everything he'd done. Then he said, Ka me, ha me, and shot the blast at him. Said, ah! And blast came out of his hand, was going towards Todoroki. Todoroki was going to make a block of ice, but he was overexerted himself. And it was only like a bit of ice just close to him. But the blast went through the ice and landed and hit Todoroki, and an explosion happened. And then Todoroki was sent out of the ring. And Deku was announced the winner. Everyone roared and said, that was a great battle! Wow, such a great battle! And the audience Endeavour scoffed after seeing his son lose. So when he walked off, Deku overexerted himself like, I did it. I need to get back to my seat. So he started to walk away. Midnight said, you're going to be taken to the nurse's office. Yes, with Todoroki. And Deku's like, I got some. Then Deku flown up to his seat, grabbed the bag of his arm, unloosened it, and grabbed our bean, then ate it. His arm healed up. The blood was still there. Yeah, so Deku took the bag to the nurse's office. He ate one of the bean. He went down and started to walk over to the nurse's office. While that was happening, and the other matches went on like in canon. And Deku ate, well, in the nurse's office, Deku ate a senzu bean, and he healed his arm. The blood was still there, so he cleaned off the blood. Then he was like, I've got to watch the other matches. So he was watching over the matches. Then his match came, and he had to fight Ida in the semi-final fight. Ida was as soon as President Mike said start, Ida used his receptacle burst. Deku already knows with that since it was flying up, and then Ida got there, and he was like, where is he? Then he used his solar flare to blind Tenya Ida. Then he went down and punched Tenya Ida in the backwards, and it sent him flying out the ring. Then he noticed, and Tenya noticed that he was outside the ring. Everyone was blinded, and then they started to see that Tenya Ida was out of the box. Midnight said, and 10 your ears out of the box. Deku wins! And Deku was like, I know I said you were going to do that. You shouldn't make yourself predictable like that, Tenya. You should not have said just respectful words in all your matches, because people can take notice of that and adapt to it, and make that and know your weaknesses. So try and make it more. So don't try and make yourself predictable. So Tenya take notice of that and started to walk off. He was trying to call his brother, but then got a call from the doctors saying that his brother Ingenium got attacked and was in the hospital. Bakugo versus Togayami when it's the same as normal. Bakugo wins. Then it was the final fight. Deku doing some last bit of training. Like doing push-ups in his room. It was like, I've got to do this. Then Goku's teleported there and was like, oh, so this is where Deku is. When he saw Deku walking out on the ring, standing on the ring, was walking out, and he was like, I'm just gonna watch from here. Then Bakugo came there and was like, don't hold back, you stupid nerd, or I'm gonna kill you. And Deku's like, I'm ready I'm ready. Then, as soon as President Mike said start, Bakugo started shooting out loads of little beams, started using his AP shot, auto fire. He was fighting so much, but Deku was running at him, dodging all of them, was trying to dodge all of them, was dodging all of them. Goku watching from afar was like, wow, I can see that he's been training. He's gone a lot faster. That training did pay off. He was dodging all of them. Then he got near Bakugo. Bakugo shot a blast where Deku was, but Deku jumped up in the air. Then he fired a blast there. Bakugo dodged it. Then he flew as fast as he can. Bakugo punched him right in the face. Yes, knocking him back a little bit. Then Bakugo punched Deku. Then fired an explosion at him. It hit him, sent him flying a little bit backwards. He was like, I've got to remember. Right. I know how to handle that now. Then Deku rushed down Bakugo again, uppercutting him in the face. Bakugo shot an explosion. Deku dodged it. And then he fired a blast at Bakugo's chest. Fired a blast. And it hit Bakugo dodged it with his fast speed, lunged at Deku, and fired an explosion right at him, at his face, point blank. It blocked him back, but he got straight up. He was like, pretty good, but I would do better than that. But you have to do better than that, Bakugo. Then Deku powered up and said, Kaioken times 2! Then he rushed down Bakugo even faster than before, punched him right in the face, sending him back. Went right behind him, kicked him up, kicked him up right in the air. Then, in the air, knocked him back down to the ground, slamming him down into the ground, and made a crater. But then Bakugo flew him up right in the air, firing an explosion, and with Deku's intense stances, dodged it. He was gonna back up. He threw a punch at Bakugo, but Bakugo dodged it, and he fired a big explosion, making Deku fly to the ground. And Goku watching this was like, Goku was watching it very carefully. He noticed that Deku was holding back a lot, not using Kaioken into its full max. So he thought he should really use it. It would end this very quick. But he's trying to test out his new power. Then Deku got up, powered off of Kaioken. Then Bakugo was like, you stupid nerd. I'm gonna end this now. Bakugo was ready. He fired up. Then he started to do. Then he started to do his Awitsu. Then Deku was like, right, gotta do this. Then he powered up to his Kaioken max, saying, Kaioken times 7! Putting his hands away from him, both by side. Then he said, Texas, ultimate, crushing, Texas! Putting them together like the final flash. Then Deku was about to let off his big explosion. Then he said, and blast! Shooting out a huge blast. Then Bakugo let out his huge explosion. They both collided, making a huge explosion happening, blinding everyone. It broke the bottom of the arena, making a huge crater in the middle. But Bakugo laying down, and Bakugo with clenching his hand with his other arm in pain. Deku standing there, powered down from Kaioken times 7. He starting to hurt a little bit. He's like, I'm overexerting myself, but I can still fight. Bakugo was hurting. Then he was about to shoot a blast. But then Deku was like, then he launched himself. He flying at Bakugo. Bakugo was about to shoot an explosion, but his hand started to hurt even more. Then Deku uppercut him. Then it sent him out of bounds just by a little bit. Then Prison Mike said, Deku wins! And everyone cheered because it was an awesome battle. Deku looked up and saw Goku, and he pulled up a thumbs up at Goku. Goku doing put a thumbs up back at Deku. Deku fell to the ground, passing out. Deku crashed into the ground, passed out. Then Goku teleported there and got Deku's beans and give one to Deku and give one to Bakugo. He made Deku swallow it. Deku swallowed it and he was like, thanks, Goku. And Goku's like, no problem. Then Bakugo got up and was like, what? You been... Damn it. I lost from the damn note again. I have to try it even harder. Then Deku... Then the ceremony happened. Then they got off the stage. Then the ceremony happened. And All Might came down and gave the medal to Tokiyami, saying, and your strength is very impressive. Work on it and you'll become stronger. Giving second place medal to Bakugo, saying, you did very well, Bakugo, but your anger, you need to control that. And going up to Deku, giving him the first place medal. Deku politely, Deku was so happy and he started getting some tears. And All Might said, you are very impressive, young Midoriya. Your strength, your speed, and your power was very impressive. You even amazed me, the number one hero. Keep up with your training, and you will become a great hero. Deku crying. It's like, thank you. And everyone took pictures. Saw Deku sobbing. Everyone teared. Uraraka was very happy for Deku, clapping and saying, good going, Deku. Deku looking at Uraraka and was happy. He was smiling and back. He was smiling at Uraraka. Then he went home. Deku went home. And his mother was very impressed with him. And said, I was very impressed with you, Izuku. and Deku smiled at that. This is where I'm going to leave part 5 off. If you like it, stay tuned because the next part's going to come out soon. Also, keep if you want to see it and don't miss it, hit the subscribe button and just like it if you like the episode. Cardio After Gaming, signing out.